Hey guys, Tim here. It is September 25th, 9 o'clock in the morning, Saturday. I got up early and was out vaping my bees. I just went to both the yards to vape the bees. And the north yard is just getting decimated by yellow jackets. Freaking yellow jackets piss me off. So this is and I'll do a video. I'll do a video setting this thing out there, but I'm building a yellow jacket trap. So that's what this video is all about. I freaking hate yellow jackets. So got my bin here, right? So I am going to use a couple of bottles of 7-Up, and I'll probably throw a little bit of water in there. Some dish soap. You need the dish soap so that it gets on their wings. Apple cider vinegar, a little bit of lunch meat turkey, and a can of tuna. I know it's good tuna. But, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to dump the 7-Up in there, because you need some sweets. And then I'm going to cut the neck off of the bottle right here. And then I will also grab a marker and cut a ring out here on the top of this lid, and you'll see me insert it. So let's get going on getting this trap built. Okay, so here is the 7-Up going in. There's my neighbor starting his little diesel pickup. Oh, I splashed a bunch of it on my phone. I hate that truck. This is so stupid. Why would you own a big old stupid loud truck like that? Okay. Second one going in. We're going to save these bottles, right? So this is our sweets. Alright, so those two are in. Apple cider vinegar, because they like the smell of rotten. Foof, foof. Here's our meat. I'm just going to drop our turkey meat in there. And then our tuna, because that's really going to give it some funk. There we go. Alright. So now that this is done, oh, and our dish soap. So this will go in last. Our dish soap in there. Got dish soap in. Now I'll cut the lid. And so I'm just going to grab a little stir stick here real quick and stir this crap up. And I'll grab my, I got a stir stick somewhere. I'll grab my X-Acto knife and we'll cut that lid. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is, so here's my knife, my X-Acto knife, and so I'm just going to cut a funnel off of this thing just right here, is the way I'm going to do it. So I might make a little bit bigger hole, but it doesn't matter down here. I'll probably cut a little bit extra of this neck off right here so that the hole's a little bit bigger for them to get down in there. Maybe not. But biggest thing is cutting right down here on this shoulder. So I'm going to do that right now so you guys can see. In fact, I might use two of them. I might do two, put two holes in here. So here we go. Okay, so that is ready. There's our mixture. There's our death trap, right? And so we're going to start here on the lid. And so I'm going to take these two funnels that I made, and we're going to put one here and one here like this. And what that's going to do is we'll invert them. You'll see. I just want to get my template set, and then we'll just tape them on there. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm just going to take and cut those circles out just with my knife like that. And it doesn't matter how tight they are or how loose they are, because we'll tape it at the end. We're going to duct tape all that crap down and have the funnels in there. Okay, so there's our holes cut, right? You see that? All right. So and now the funnels are going to go down in here like that, and I'll just tape them up flush is what I'm going to do right now. Okay, so that's what it looks like. And so those are the funnels. Got my trusty old Gorilla Tape here, and got it all Gorilla Tape down. With the one thing I will do is I'm going to grab my knife and I'm going to cut a couple of slits that they can't get into, but just going to give some air to help that stuff bubble out and to air out stinks. And I might get another chunk of meat and put in there, and we'll be ready to go. So let me get this stuff buttoned up. We'll head out and set this trap. All right, so the tub is in. Let's go trap these little bastard hornets. Okay, up at the yard. You can see how the bees are all out on the front of the hives the way they are. It's because I just vaped them. And so never fails after I vape, they all come out because they want air and groom themselves and everything else. Look at that big old bull. Anyway, so it was crazy because the reason I was doing this was I came up here to vape these bees, and as I'm vaping them, yellow jackets are just screaming, you know, ripping in and out of these hives. And so yellow jackets can fly in much cooler temperatures than even my bees. And so that's why I wanted to run this trap up here. But let me talk to you guys a minute about why yellow jackets get so bad in the fall. And so what happens is, because they usually don't mess with hives all summer, right? Okay, your hives are not messed with. If they are, there's a reason for it. The reason is that your hive's not healthy. Because there's not a healthy hive out there. There's not a healthy hive of honeybees that can't... there's not a healthy hive of honeybees that can't defend itself against yellow jackets. I'm sorry, there just isn't. If you neck your entrances down, you shouldn't have any issue. The issue that you have is that in the fall like this, when your bees are clustered in their colony and it's still too cool for them to come out, the yellow jackets are already out, and so there's no bees to guard, especially your lower entrances. That's why right now you should have your entrances just sealed up nice and tight, smallest to be entrance and on your entrance reducer anyway. You should have your smallest setup. But what happens is they can fly when the honeybees can't. So as the honeybees are clustered, the yellow jackets are getting into your colonies and just robbing them out, whether it's them stealing brood or them uncapping the honey. Okay. So what happens, the reason why they get so ramped up in the fall, same with the mites do too, is the yellow jackets all year are laying bees. Okay, so the queen yellow jacket is laying bees. It's laying other yellow jacket workers. And as they ramp down for the fall, the yellow jacket queen starts laying additional queens, because yellow jackets, they hibernate in the ground or wherever they hibernate singly. They turn solo, and so just the queens hibernate and all the workers die off. So what happens is in the summertime, when there's brood from the yellow jackets being born, the yellow jackets go get protein. So the workers, the field bees, go get protein and bring it back for the babies, for the maggots. The maggots then, as they eat, secrete a honey-like substance that the workers eat for food and then fly off to go get more food. And it's just a big pattern. As the queens start ramping down and laying less and less bees, there's still a lot of workers in the hive, in the nest of the yellow jackets, and so they get pissed off because they're not getting fed enough, and so they're still going in, they're still, you know, going looking for meat and proteins and everything else that the yellow jackets want, but they're not getting fed, and so that's why they come in and start robbing out your hives. And also just because they're opportunists, it's easy for them to rob a honeybee hive that's all clustered up, because once they get in the hive, they're just another bee. The bees don't know one way or the other. I mean, you might see them in there fighting a little bit, but for the most part, they can just go in and do what they want. And so that's why they're going in there and trying to uncap your honey and steal your brood also, is for protein, but also for that honey secretion from the baby yellow jackets that they're not getting anymore. And so that's why I put in the sugar water in that trap, but also the meat in that trap. So the other thing that the apple cider vinegar does is it keeps your honeybees out of there, because they don't like the smell of stink. They don't like rotten stuff. And so I'm just going to leave this guy here. I can already start to see yellow jackets forming around it. They want to see what's going on in there. And so I'll leave it here for just a little bit and see what happens. But I would imagine real soon there's going to be a mess of yellow jackets in there. So let's just stay tuned and see what happens. And I might even just wait and check it tomorrow, since everybody's a little pissed off because they just got vaped. Everyone's out grooming right now. So that's what I got. Tim, Post Falls Honey Company, I will do a follow-up video on this trap probably tomorrow. I'll probably come out because I got to feed tomorrow anyway. I'm nervous about my bees. They don't have the west burnt up and dried up, and there's just, my hives aren't full. You can see that I left extra supers on them. Everybody has a 2 deeps and a super. Usually I just overwinter in 2 deeps. The lower deeps are empty, and I'm a little freaked out because it's just, there's no honey, there's no forage. So hopefully everybody makes it. But I have a feeling, even though my mite loads are very, very low right now, I'm going to lose bees simply because they don't have enough food. I've probably fed 500 or 600 pounds of sugar so far this year, and they're just not. They're just using it up. So hopefully everything works out for me. Anyway, Tim, Post Falls Honey Company. Stay tuned, and we'll do another look at how this yellow jacket trap worked.